Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of 10 Minutes Watercolor. My name is Jana and every Friday I'm sharing a new watercolor tutorial for absolute beginners and people who just don't have hours to sit down and paint. 10 minutes is all you need. Today's little painting is a variation on this illustration, which took me much more than just 10 minutes to complete, but we are going to make this variation really simple and fun. We will focus on what's happening above the water level without the house, so we will paint a little island with trees. Regarding materials and colors, you can find the list in the description. So let's do it. First of all, I'm going to tape my paper to a hardboard. I do this to keep my paper in place and also for aesthetic reasons, as you will see later. And now, using my pencil, I draw a quick sketch of the sea level and the island, which is a half circle, and the trees, which are simple oval shapes. If you want to make them round, they can be round. If you want to make them thinner, you can also do it, it's up to your imagination. Now let's add some color. I start with the sea. I'm applying a layer of Prussian blue color. First layer is a bit light, so I'm going in with a richer mix. It's okay if the blue part is not 100% homogeneous. You can see that I have some parts here where the color is still lighter and somewhere else it's darker, and it helps my sea look more natural. Now for the island, I'm using Naples Yellow, and you can see that I do not worry about the trees. I paint right over them because this color is light enough to be covered by darker red or orange tones later when we will be working on the trees. I did not expect this massive bleeding that happened here. I thought the sea area is already drier, but I will keep going to show you that even something this catastrophic can still be fixed. So what I do is I take my brush, clean it in the water, then remove the excess water from the hair using a paper towel, and now I'm lifting the wet pigment from the paper. The brush sucks in the liquid, which removes the color and helps the paper dry quicker, which prevents further bleeding. I'm going to leave it as it is. The blue residue in the bottom of the island is actually creating a nice idea of shade. So now, as I wait for the ground to dry, I'm moving to the trees, and I'm starting with those that are not touching the yellow wash. I am simply coloring the oval shapes I sketched before. And for additional texture, I drop few bits of different color in them while they are still wet. In case you would be interested, below the video you can find a link to my Skillshare teacher's profile. I have several classes there, mainly on watercolor, with many tips and examples. Now I'm leaving my trees to dry and I go back to the scene. I'm using my middle brush and I'm just suggesting few waves. Very simple. And for some nice highlight, I have here my white gel pen, which will give me these nice white details, like the sea foam sparkling on the top of the waves. In the meantime, the trees are dry and ready for some decoration. So I take my liner brush and sepia color and I draw a very simple trunk and branches growing out of it. I do this with the trees that are lighter in color, and for those that are darker, I'm again going to use the white pen for the branches and red watercolor for the trunks. Just some finishing touches here on the island area. Using rich Naples Yellow mix, I emphasize the shape of the island. Few white drops to enrich the texture of the sea. Those are maybe water drops shimmering in the sun. And speaking of the sun, I will also add it to the upper right corner. Just a very simple round shape filled with red color. And that's it! Our watercolor illustration is finished. Now, as I remove the tape, you can see the nice elegant white frame in the lower part. Guys, I hope you like this very simple tutorial. Don't forget that I add a new 10 minutes watercolor video every Friday, so you are more than welcome to join me again. See you soon, take care!